Viking watch them on the window, me fly down far. Fist step on the beast and kick down with them like a slide down bar. We burning the system, I tell the youth if we fight gun war. Uplifting my sister, tell us I see I love star. We don't want it, Babylon the system for it, but this is just the beginning.
Brite Lite Promotions, special guest in the house tonight. Man who wear various hats, well known on the sound clash scene, promoter, sound owner. What else you doing? So much you doing, but we gonna get into that in a little bit. Yeah. Tech 9, owner of Tech 9 Sound. Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Father Tech, owner of Tech 9 Movements, Brooklyn, New York sound system. What can I say? Like he said, wear many hats. You know, studio engineer, have my own studio, dub link, poster strategist, street marketing, you know, and I guess mixer, DJ, selector.
Okay. We're going to get into that, but tonight we in the house really to let people know about the big clash coming up in the Bronx. The date, the lineup, the location. Let's get that again.
Well, the clash in the Bronx is called the Uptown Showdown, which is actually a counteraction to Showdown Downtown. But, you know, I want to put my own creative twist to it. But the creativity part is King of the Bronx, which means the winner of this will be crowned King of the Bronx, but not with a trophy, with a literal crown.
Okay, and what went into you selecting the 3 sounds to represent the Bronx in this clash?
Well, when Young Hawk clashed with Blunt Posse, that was sort of a settlement. But then Blunt Posse and Stereo 5 always had their little rivalry, which never got settled. So when I sat down, I said, you know, I wanted to keep a clash, but it's so much clashes keeping, there's no history behind majority of them. It's just 2 sound with dubs warring it out, and the winner's announced and they go home. But I said, no, I want something that people know about, that would make them want to come out to witness it, hence it being a historical value later on in life. So the best thing I could think of was Blunt Posse, Young Hawk, and Stereo 5, who I know personally had a big rivalry from back in the days that never got settled. So it was only right to keep it in the Bronx. You know, I don't live in the Bronx, nothing. I'm a Brooklyn promoter, everybody knows that. But I'm also a New York promoter. There's no limit to where I can keep dances. So that's how that came about. It was only right to keep that event in the Bronx.
All right, you got a couple other things that you as a promoter, I would say, I noticed you doing for the first time.
Right.
You're offering a live stream for this event.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I joined with soundbizinc.com for the live stream for the event because they have an amazing clarity when it comes to their cameras. And I watched a video of them, a stream of them from Canada, and I was like, you know, they got in touch with me, and we came up with an agreement that suits both of us, and made it happen.
I actually like the streaming service getting involved in clashes now because it makes it more international. It brings more people who can't come to the event. It gets them involved, let them see what's going on as it happens. It's a positive thing for the business. So
it's positives and negatives, honestly, because sometimes you have people that live in the neighborhood that don't want to come out, but that's fine also. And then you have also the people that pirate the stream and play it for hundreds of people for free, which is not cool to me because you lose revenue, and I don't think people understand and respect the amount of work, money, effort, and time that goes into keeping an event. You know, there's no way we can stop it, but we do it anyway. You know, it's for the fans at the end of the day, and you keep the fans happy, your name is good out there on the road.
All right, so for those fans out there that is looking to bootleg or pirate the stream, understand that you may be gaining something in the short term, but you're hurting the business in the long run. The
Right.
people who are actively going in their pockets, doing something for the business, you're hurting their bottom line in the long run. So let's all look within ourselves and try to help the business out by not doing certain things like that.
True.
All right. Again, for the event, you're offering online tickets ahead of time. I know you always put your tickets in outlets throughout the city, but
Right.
what made you say you're going online and making tickets available through, is it Eventbrite you're using?
Yes, I'm using Eventbrite, but what made me use it is listening to complaints of the fans. You know, a lot of people can't make it to the stores, and I tried to compensate with that by doing ticket deliveries. But at the same time, you can't get to everybody. Like, you know, New Jersey, you can't get to them, and the Connecticut. So the perfect medium is going online, Eventbrite.
Okay, so Clash coming up in May. You could go online, Eventbrite, purchase the ticket ahead of time.
Right.
No
Eventbrite
excuse.
/ King of the Bronx.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us? So let me ask you a question. I witnessed the last time Blunt Posse and Young Hawk clash.
Right.
Crazy clash. When was the last time Stereo 5 had a matchup with one of those sounds?
I think it was 98 or 99.
Wow.
And that ended in a little disruptive fireworks, let's just say.
This is with Blunt Posse?
Blunt Posse and Stereo 5 were clashing. So people would argue. They would say, some would say that it did finish, some would say that it didn't. You know, I wasn't there, but I've heard about it at that time. And I've never heard of an official winner. No disrespect to Stereo 5 or Blunt Posse, but I haven't heard of a winner, which makes this dance perfect.
Okay.
And the thing with this dance too, Brite Lite, is that the animosity is real. It's not no for the internet type thing. These dudes take this very seriously. You know what I'm saying? They'll be decent when they see each other, but deep down you could tell they don't like each other musically.
If you were in that clash when Young Hawk and Blunt Posse clashed,
Yeah.
you would remember certain things about that clash. It was an all-out war.
Personal.
It was an all-out war.
Yeah, yeah. And this time will be no different. It might be.
Boy.
It might actually elevate a few notches because you know Stereo 5. It's like, to me, they've been around each other so long. They know each other's secrets, and everything will be exposed that night, which makes for a great clash.
Okay, so once again, that's the Uptown Showdown, King of the Bronx, May 14th, Blunt Posse, Young Hawk, Stereo 5. Tickets available online, live stream available if you're out of town. Pick up your tickets, get there. Brite Lite Promotions, we back again. We're not finished. Special guest dropped in the house. Stereo 5 sound. I'm gonna let the selector introduce herself for the people. First time on Brite Lite. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, man. Original Speedy, Stereo 5 sound. Original sound from back in the days. See me I say?
Okay. Another sound added to the big lineup May 14th, Uptown Showdown, Stereo 5. The dark horse in the race, I would say, in my estimation. Tell us, give us a brief history on Stereo 5 sound system, who the selectors, when y'all started the sound system, and what y'all currently doing.
Alright, well, originally Stereo 5, the name Stereo 5 come about because we start from high school, 1987. Well, I used to go Bronx, high school at Bronx, Roosevelt High School. Originally, sound started out with me, Porridge, Owie, Stumpy, and my next brother named Danger. And go and build a sound until it kind of drop off. Danger start doing things, Stumpy start doing things, and then it leave me and Porridge and Owie. And it's been like that since.
Okay.
Still link up same way.
Okay, I know Porridge, he's in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay, is the sound actively playing in Jamaica as well?
Actively playing, yeah man.
Okay.
Actively playing straight.
Okay. We a brief history on the Stereo 5 sound. When did you start? What year did you start the sound?
Officially started, the first dance I played was 1987. But
Wow.
yeah, it was just a local, some album.
Okay.
So we also just some 45 juggling high school kids thing.
I'm trying to give the viewers a brief history on Stereo 5 real quick, bring them up to speed. When did you first start voicing dubplates, and who was the first artist Stereo 5 voice?
First I was start voice dubplate was 1989. First dubplate we ever voiced was a DJ named Tolo T
Wicked.
from Jammies.
Yes.
First dubplate that we voiced was Tolo T. Second dubplate we voiced was a virgin rap on his own name, Danger. They do a tune back in the days. I must say, we Stereo 5 no sound can't kill we on the gun bag rhythm from them time then. Ever since we start voice tune from then.
Okay. So Stereo 5, from you guys being in school, starting voicing your first set of dubplates, when did you actively start clashing? And who were some of the bigger names that you clashed? But before you give us those names, when did Stereo 5 first step into the arena?
Well, I would say the first clash for clash was probably 1990, 91 was the first clash for clash. And the clash killed all I saw in my Bronx.
Okay.
Come right through Brooklyn.
Ah. All right, so tell us about some of these sounds in the Bronx that you clashed against. I remember King Barker from back in the days making noise in the Bronx. Who were some of the sounds that you clashed back in
From
those
the Bronx?
times? Yeah.
Well, we killed King Barker from the Bronx. Kill him, lock him off clean. Kill Jamie, kill Young Hawk from the Bronx. Kill Blunt Posse from the Bronx. All I saw in my Bronx was step up and say them big will kill them.
We gonna stop right there. Because right now we talking about this Uptown Showdown. It's Tech Nine. Earlier he stated this is a rivalry dance. This is the reason why he chose these three sounds. What is your personal history with, let's start with Jamie. What's your personal history? How many times Stereo 5 and Young Hawk has bucked up? And tell us what you think about Young Hawk as a sound.
Well, to be honest, the first time we had Young Hawk play, we kill him bad. Me and him play in the Bronx. When we in a voice now song and them link me and say, right, I'm going to play one dance with him and him win. Honestly, him win. Me never go on too good. Me not hide and talk cause something a fun thing to me. Some of them take it personal. It's fun thing to me cause you see the difference with me. Me don't live off a sound, so if me play or I don't play, me not really make a difference to me. Me just do music and me love music. See, Jamie, Jamie's a different youth. See what I say? Let's leave Jamie alone till the clash.
All right. we ain't gonna give Jamie too much ammunition, know what I'm saying, to bring to the clash. But how many times you and Young Hawk has actually clashed?
Me and Young Hawk actually clash, but that's a 2 times.
Okay, 2 times, and you got it, in your estimation, 1-1.
1-1.
Okay, so Tech Nine, we got a settlement on our hands between Young Hawk and Stereo 5. Let's talk about Blunt Posse.
Yeah, man, we had them clash one time. See, clean it up. Bad.
Okay. Again, this dance ended in controversy.
No, there was no controversy.
There was no controversy, but the dance ended hot.
Yeah,
okay.
Because Blunt Posse, them kind of mash up the dance and reach a point and them can't take the pressure no more. Then say pressure bust pipe.
Okay,
the pressure reach them.
So Stereo 5.
Father Blunt can't take the pressure, so him bust.
Okay, so Stereo 5 dealt with Blunt Posse to the point where they ended the dance prematurely. Again, in your estimation, that's 1-0 Blunt Posse, Stereo 5. Okay, now moving up to 2016 now. Jamie, he's on the road a lot. It's clashing this weekend again. That will be 3 weekends straight. What do you actually think of the pace Jamie's clashing at? What do you think of the competition he's clashing against?
Well, Jamie not really clash on big sound now. If you can go back and check the history with Jamie, all of the so-called big giant from Brooklyn kill him. Jamie basically killed some sound playing at some local tournament. The only song I Mr. Jamie killed when Mr. Mother give him credit was Innocent.
Okay. Do you think him being so active is an advantage to him? Do you think that sharpened his skills, like metal on metal? Do you think that makes him better as a selector?
Well, them say practice make perfect, but sometimes you can't overdo it. Cause you see the thing with Jamie now, everybody kind of get used to him same song them. Cause once him play one song on a rhythm, you know exactly what come after that. You can't take 3 and 4 dates a week and you voice one song a month. It not add up. See what I say?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Recently, he won this past weekend in Connecticut against Ready Rock. You told me you were in attendance. I believe I saw you at the Ruler Dance. What do you think of those last 2 performances from Jamie? One, I would say he won one clash. He lost the other clash.
I would even say win one. Because you cannot play a sound and you play dub for dub, and you play back a tune and you dub for dub and you still win the clash. I don't see how it's possible.
Okay. That's your opinion. The promoter gave the dance to Jamie. He came back with the trophy. So we would say he went 1-on-1. But the pendulum swung from one side to the other as far as his performance. But again, with Jamie, he's such a talent and clashes so much you don't know what to expect. So again, May 14th, I wouldn't know what to expect in the Bronx.
I know what to expect.
What do you expect in the Bronx?
The same tune them, man.
Okay.
Same set of song them.
Let's talk about Blunt. They have not been as active. I believe the last time they clashed was when they played against Soul Supreme. What do you think of Blunt Posse, the team they have, the sound, their dubs?
Well, fear is fear. Blunt Posse a good sound. Rate Blunt Posse. Good sound, good selector, good MC, bad ownership.
Okay. So, big up to Father Blunt.
Yeah, big up Father Blunt. Big up
the Blunt Posse team.
Because all the selectors say Father Blunt had the problem on his own. That's what they said. When I really know them camps, I don't know why. Go on. But them say Blunt made them lose so much clash.
What part of the Bronx would you say Stereo 5 responds for?
Response for the whole of downtown Bronx. From Concourse, Burnside, go all the way up.
Okay. We're trying to give the fans a little bit of insight of what's going on in this rivalry, in this clash. Young Hawk, what part of the Bronx would you say they respond for?
Well, Young Hawk was basically a valley sound, you know. They used to respond for the valley because if we go Truman High School, we go Roosevelt High School. So
Okay.
I'm saying.
What was the rivalry started back then as far as when you guys were in high school? Did you know Jamie back then?
Jamie, the way I play sound, Jamie a baby around one, man.
Okay.
Jamie first set a tune them in Vice, you know, and me Vice them at Arrows Field. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying?
So the history once again between Young Hawk and Stereo 5 goes back to as early as when Jamie first started
Yeah,
voicing
probably
tunes.
92, 93 them time, yeah.
Wicked. Blunt Posse. What part of the Bronx would you say they respond for?
Oh, Blunt
Yeah.
and the Bronx sound.
Okay, that's gonna be continued. That's actually a conversation that we had off camera.
I don't even know why they represent Bronx. Everybody knows the Blunt Posse is a Harlem sound, so I don't know how them forward and say them the Bronx.
The cat is out the bag.
I guess because I'm used to play a act tree.
Officially, Bronx is.
So yeah, they can play. He used to play an act tree, so I guess that make him a Bronx sound. So Young Hawk play enough for Brooklyn, so it's Young Hawk a Brooklyn sound.
Okay, so officially, Stereo 5 is, before the clash even start, they're letting the people know that one sound doesn't qualify, one sound is a Harlem sound. Big up the Blunt Posse anyway. They represent the Bronx for years, regardless of where they came from. Their last clash in the Bronx against Jamie. Let's talk about the 2 other sounds clashing each other. Were you in attendance?
Yes.
What did you think about that clash?
Good clash. Blunt Posse start good. Boy, the man deal with Jamie wicked. But, I say, same thing in a clash. And you start with that thing where work for you, stick to what work for you. The man them start with a new tune and deal with Jamie wicked the first 2 rounds. Destroy. Jamie come in and play some look old tune and start get some forward and then Father Blunt. Them start Father Blunt tell him switch to juggling to play old tune and that was it.
Okay, touching back on 2 weeks ago when Urt Ruler and Young Hawk clash, the strategy Jamie used in Tune for Tune was he pointed out Urt Ruler was going to depend on certain artists such as Dennis Brown, Garnet Silk. Stereo 5, you've been around for a minute. What do you think Jamie's going to... All right. Is Jamie going to have that same problem with Stereo 5 in the Tune for Tune?
Me and what I'm doing, no, he can't do that to me. Because I play what I have. No boy can't tell me say I depend on one artist, because if him did have the artist, I depend on it too. Because when he played the local sound when on Dennis Brown, I say him playing two Dennis Brown them up. Him playing two Dennis Brown and show off on them. Dennis Brown he use and win against the sound of Germany. Warrior sound. Dennis Brown he use and win that.
Big up Montea.
He use Dennis Brown and win that. And him play against City Lock. He use a fake Dennis Brown and win that. That was a Teddy Selassie. So Young Hawk will always be my sound for life. That's not a Dennis Brown song. And we all know that. Two Dennis Brown. They have Planning to Attack and they have the next one, the Dennis Brown, that sing over Bob Marley song.
Okay. Now, you said earlier that you helped Jamie voice some of his early catalog dub plates. The foundation side of it, were you responsible for a lot of the big songs that Jamie first voiced when he started?
No, you see the thing with Jamie when Jamie first started. Jamie voiced Jiggy Tune. He used to die, the DJ, hot temper team. Jamie was in a Vice Foundation. It's recently Jamie really started Vice Foundation. Jamie was a more jiggy tune. That's why you find us not really on Garnet Silk and them have them song there. Because I'm in a Vice Foundation. See what I say?
Okay. Was Stereo 5 voice and foundation in those times?
Foundation, anything start without foundation can't last. You have to have a strong foundation to survive.
Okay.
If you build a house and your foundation weak, it can't stand firm.
Okay. What was your first memory of Blunt Posse sound? When did they pop up on your radar in the Bronx?
Factory.
Okay. What time frame was this? What year? Around what year?
I don't remember, yo. Not the word. 90s, late 90s.
Okay. So,
yeah, late 90s.
So again, all three sounds basically started out similarly close in the same period.
Well, yeah, Blunt kind of forward after we still. Blunt probably started, I'm not too sure, probably late 90s. You probably can give more information about that.
Okay, big up Blunt Posse because that's a sound that they voice and they voice a lot, they voice heavy. So I'm pretty sure from that time period, they have the tunes to stand up. Jamie, he been around, he got the talent. Stereo 5, you guys.
I may have the less true, no. But I don't know. I don't know, so I don't play. I play once a year. Can't afford to buy a song like them. Not the money, broke.
Why is that? Why is it that Stereo 5 don't clash more?
Because you see the thing with me, if me a clash, no man can call me and tell them I give me no $200 and $400 and $500 for clash.
It
don't make sense.
Is that what you feel some other sounds are playing for?
Oh, Jamie? But you ask that Jamie, we are talking about, you. The man that play for all $300.
Okay. So, once again, I want to shout out the promoter, Tech 9 Promotions, because you brought Blunt Posse back to the scene. They've been in hiatus for a little while, so you're responsible for getting Blunt Posse back out on the road. Stereo 5. They don't play for $200-300.
But so Blunt look rating still, because Blunt a boy you can't call for no look a cheap price either. So we have to big up Blunt on that.
So Tech 9 is spending the money on this one.
Yeah. Tech 9 spending a food on this, yes.
Uptown Showdown, May 14th, the Garage. Once again, you could get your tickets on Eventbrite. If you're out of town, if you're in Europe, you could log on to the stream. That's Soundbiz Inc. Soundbizinc.com for the live stream. Once again, tickets on Brite Lite, tickets at the usual outlets, your local Silver Crust, the record stores in the Bronx, Moody's, Lady Kaya. Big up the old Yarid family on the win recently as well. Brite Lite Promotions, Joe C. Rock Madden, Stereo 5, Young Hawk, Blunt Posse. Somebody's going to win a crown on May 14th.
Well, Brite Lite fans, hear what? Friday, August the 19th is a event I've kept for the last 4 years. It's called Total Annihilation. But this year I decided I wanted to go bigger with the event. So what I did was I took my time, looked at what was going on, and decided to keep Fire Links versus Mataron in Amazura, Friday, August the 19th. Total Annihilation 2016.
There you have it. August 19th, Amazura nightclub. The rivalry is being renewed. Tony Mataron, Fire Links, Total Annihilation. There's no ifs, ands, and buts if it's going to be a war, if it's going to be a juggling. It's an all-out war.
War.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
Big lineup. I'm saying, you said you seen what was going on.
Career.
What did you see that made you put this lineup together? What did you see going on?
The first thing I saw going on was Mataron getting back a visa. You know, we know Mataron has had a visa for a few, so it was kind of out of control to keep it here, and this is the perfect place to keep it. This event can't keep in Albany Manor. It can't keep in any regular place. It has to be Amazura, because the street promotion that's going to go behind this will span at least 11 states. This is an event people will want to fly in for and want to be part of the history. Here's the twist. There will be no live stream for this one. This one will strictly be eyewitness account.
You got enough time. We making the announcement from now, so you can book your tickets, your hotel rooms, everything. You got enough time. August 19th.
Club closing this time.
Okay.
You know, Amazura got their stuff in order.
Amazura is the place to be.
Definitely.
Once again, 2016, it seemed like it's the year of the one-on-ones coming back to the top. This is one of the greatest rivalries in modern sound clash. Again, apart from Mataron getting his visa back, what made you go with Links?
Well, Links, honestly, Links has been proving himself a lot the last few years. You know, he's been winning clashes. He's been very active. You know, and the people in New York love Fire Links as well as they love Mataron.
Links' last performance was against Soul Supreme, I believe.
Right.
Hell of a performance. That was actually that might have been Soul Supreme last real loss.
Right.
Yeah,
that was their last loss. They've won everything since.
Yeah, but again, looking forward to Fire Links, Tony Mataron. It's sealed up. This is the official announcement. Look for the flyers coming soon. No live streams. Look for it in your state. Get them tickets.
As a matter of fact, the day this comes out officially, is when we release the flyer. The flyer will not be released until this interview comes out.
Tech 9 Promotions, Tech 9 Sound, the movement, the dub service. Anything else you want to add to it?
No, just big up Brite Lite Promotion for the time. And, you know, I feel like Brite Lite does a lot for the music. And it's my pleasure to endorse Brite Lite Promotions right now.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. Once again, May 14th, the Garage in the Bronx, Blunt Posse, Young Hawk, Stereo 5. August 19th, Amazura nightclub, Fire Links versus Mataron, the return. And I want the fans to realize something about this too. Back in the early 2000s, when Mataron and Fire Links first started up their rivalry as solo selectors, we got maybe 3-4 Fire Links clashes in a calendar year.
Right.
There was Ross in Jamaica, Fully Loaded. They come to New York. So I'm hoping this keeps going and these dinosaurs show the younger selectors how this rivalry thing's supposed to go. Book those dates. We looking for back-to-back clashes. Right now I'm looking for Soul Supreme Addies Part 2.
Right.
But we got another one-on-one to look forward to.
Definitely.
August 19th, Amazura nightclub, Fire Links versus Mataron, Tech 9 Promotion, Brite Lite Promotions. Appreciate the love. One.
Respect.